With these events, like I have also been to a lot of speaking events. So I had one particular question, which was that in a lot of events, especially the speech events or extempore events, I've noticed is that there are two kind of participants who enter into the competition. One are the people who actually impress the crowd, actually impress the audience. Like the audience literally claps for these guys because they use those kind of words, they use that kind of actions in
Yeah,
their body language, that the
yeah.
crowd connects with them and the crowd literally stays through the entire speech. There is
Okay.
a second group of performers who essentially are there to impress the judges. So the
Hmm.
wordings, the articulation is used in pitch heavy English. And I'm not against English, like I'm also pro at it, but you understand the difference wherein someone is trying to impress the audience versus someone is trying to impress the judges. Now, in all these formal events, I've seen is that the one who impresses the crowd is great. Like literally after the event, people go and meet to him. But the person who actually wins the event, the person who actually takes the cash prize home, is the one who impresses the judges. Is the one who is essentially the CBSE kid who goes on and on with his theory speech and all. So, what is the evaluation thing in Toastmasters? Like, how do you guys evaluate? And which of the two categories, if you were the judge, would you prefer more?
Well, let's see. Okay. So at the club level, as I said, there are separate speech evaluators that deliver a speech. So if you have a prepared speech for 5 to 7 minutes, there's also a evaluator who delivers his evaluation speech in 2 to 3 minutes. So that is one aspect of evaluation. Second aspect is you mentioned contest, right? So in the contest, what we have a set of judges that are anonymous in the crowd. No one knows who the judges are. Only the chief judge, who's appointed the chief judge and takes care of selecting the judges very carefully. They are only the chief judge knows who the judges are, right? So judges are anonymous in the crowd. The speaker doesn't know it, and I would say what I've seen in Toastmasters is the judges. As I've also been a judge in many of these contests, right, in various different clubs, and as a judge, you also see the reaction that the audience is having on the speaker. That
Yeah,
is also taken into account at a speech contest.
yeah,
So I would say, as a judge, I'm part of the audience. So what the audience feels, the judge also feels. So accordingly, they are marked. I wouldn't say there's, uh, but obviously we are humans. We sometimes make mistakes. So there might be some difference between the judges' reaction to the speech and who wins and who the audience like more. That's a different scenario. But since every speech is evaluated on a given set of criteria, so if you see the speech ballot given by Toastmasters, you will have specific criteria and numbers allocated to each. So if a judge, as a trained judge, they know how to pick it apart from the impact. So separating the impact
yeah,
from how good the public speaking was done. So yeah.
yeah. Now, next, what I wanted to ask you was for you as a person, like your personal opinions, and not as a like person
Yeah.
from Toastmasters. Like,
Hmm.
so if I were to judge an event, a competition, and there are two guys in front of me, I would literally pick the one who, like, suppose you, in my definition, stand-up comics are the best public speakers. That's my epitome of describing public speaking, just for the fact because they are the ones who connect the most with the audience. Like
Okay.
the split of languages, the actions, the body language, and all. In my definition, stand-up comics literally resonate the most with the audience.
Okay.
The
Hmm.
second, as I mentioned in my previous question as well, are the ones who deliver the elite speeches. Like, they come,
Hmm.
good morning judges and all, and they speak in that way. Both are important, both have separate crowds. Like, you cannot deliver a stand-up type of speech in a formal event, and you vice
Yep.
versa can't
Yep.
happen.
Hmm.
But as a person, if you were sitting in a crowd and you wanted to listen, you wanted to genuinely listen to someone, who would it be more? Like, would it be the person who is going and delivering a very, very formal speech of 15 minutes with a like same monotone speech and all? Or will it be the person who is adding humor, who is very twerky in his words, who is like catching up with the crowd and all? As a personal opinion, whom would you choose?
As a personal opinion and from my personal experience, I would say a combination of both. I've seen a combination of both happening, that you have a formal structure to the speech, but in between the speaker also introduces stories as if with very vivid explanations of the scenario, including very humorous situations in the scenario, but coupled that with a strong message in the end, a very strong formal message in the end. And if you see, so Toastmaster International also has a YouTube channel where they put up videos of past international speech contest winners, global speech winners. And if you see those, they have a very formal speech structure, they have a very formal way of delivering it, but they also combine it with storytelling, with very strong storytelling that connects with the audience. So I wouldn't say there's one category that I would pick. There's a combination that ultimately comes out as a winner.
Understood.